what shall we choose now in order to exchange electronic invoices between participants in Germany? We can in principle take any of these protocols here. And some of you from the automotive industry, you might know OFTP2. If you are in the retail industry, you might be familiar with AS2 or X400 and so on. All valid protocols, don't get me wrong, and all well used in the B2B domain. However, most of them require a prior agreement between the message sender and the message receiver. That is typically the exchange of certificate information in case of AS2 or OFTP2, or security credentials, like in the case of RESTful web services. So technically speaking, we're just being left with two exchange means, two exchange protocols there, and that is email and Peppol. And now there are voices saying, great, email is widely accepted, widely available. Literally everybody has email out there. Why not pick email? Well, the main problem or the challenges with email are that there is no acknowledgement of receipt, like an MDN in case of AS2 or an EERB in case of OFTP2, and there is no guarantee of delivery. So the mailbox might be full, the sender might be blocked. It's fully open, so you see that every day on in your own mailbox. People send you stuff, although you haven't asked for it. So anybody can send anything to anybody. There is no validation of invoices before sending, and apparently loads of spam as well. However, why not choose Peppol? Why not pick a better means than email, and the means which sort of follows the picture depicted here? If we look at that picture, we see that everybody holds a mobile phone and is using a mobile phone. And although I cannot see you now here in this call, I would assume that the coverage rate by mobile phones is larger than 100% in this call here, because some of you might have a private mobile phone, some of you might have a business mobile phone, maybe some of you have the mobile phones of your kids because you put the mobile phones away from your kids because they were playing around all the time with them. So long story short, you have that mobile phone means at your hand, and it's drop dead simple. You have that mobile phone device and a mobile phone number attached to it, and using that device and your mobile phone number and a valid mobile phone contract, of course, you can call anybody on that planet, and anybody can call you on that planet. And just like we all speak English in this call right now, otherwise you wouldn't understand me, we can use one common language in order to exchange information. And that is exactly what Peppol follows here. Instead of having multiple different formats, which would be multiple different languages in case of humans, and multiple different exchange protocols like smoke signs or regular radio operation, we have a standardized means of exchanging information through a standardized protocol. And that is exactly what Peppol aims for. And here we are using the terminology of four corners. And if we compare that again to mobile phone communication, it's very similar to what we do in the mobile phone world. Everybody of you has a mobile phone operator. I'm, for instance, with T-Mobile. You might be with Verizon or Sprint in the United States, or any Hutchinson in case of the UK, and so on. So it doesn't really matter with which provider you are, as long as there is a contract. And that's exactly the concept here. A message sender, C1, employs his Peppol access point, which is the equivalent of a mobile phone operator, and so does the recipient, in this case depicted as C4 here. He also has his recipient Peppol access point. And using that Peppol access point, you can send electronic invoices to any Peppol recipient, and any Peppol sender can send electronic invoices to you. So you follow that connect once, connect to all principle. There are no roaming fees between the access points, a huge difference to mobile phone communication, as we all know. And using that concept, we can achieve cross-border communication on a very easy scale, because it doesn't really matter where the Peppol access point is located. All the means, the protocol and the exchanged information is standardized.